Actor, reality TV star, model, and host of Smoochie Town Pod.
The dating podcast no one wanted, but everyone needs. And I was supposed to go to Brown University on a full ride. Then I did Legally Blonde, the musical. And just literally do it. So that's why I can't even have a girlfriend. Like, don't put me on your podcast. Like, how about no? And she was like, why can't you just be a giver? Give me another happy dad. You fucking suck.
I don't suck.
It's like batting in the ninth inning when you're up by 1 million, you know? Like, you don't care if you strike out. If my friends don't want to fuck my girlfriend, then I'm dating the wrong person.
Welcome back to another episode of First Rounds on Me, a space where genuine, heartfelt connections thrive. Whether we're talking love, friendship, or modern dating, we invite you to join us as we embark on a journey to uncover the powerful connections that shape our lives and define who we are. As a reminder, we release a new episode every Monday morning, making us the perfect companions on your commute to work. Today, we have a small-town guy from Rhode Island with big, big dreams. Actor, reality TV star, model, and host of Smoochie Town Pod, the wonderful Marco Del Vecchio. I was about to say, am I saying that right? But clearly I did.
How are we?
We're going to go deep on his acting, podcasting, and comedy careers, his experiences on reality TV, and of course, get his thoughts on the ever-evolving world of love, dating, and relationships. Marco, welcome to the show.
How are we? Thanks for having me. This is fucking
wonderful.
awesome.
This is going to
Can
be a
I
nice,
swear?
energetic
You
one. I'm
can
excited.
swear as much as you want.
Fuck, bitch, cunt.
Aggressive straight away. And
Yeah.
First and foremost, happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
You are
Appreciate
very
that. The big
welcome.
29.
Big.
Big 29. Probably the
away.
most unimportant year someone turns because it's right before 30 and then 28 was my golden year because May 28th. So, yeah. So,
This is
high
the year.
hopes. This is the year.
To get it all figured out.
This is the year. And then next year, I'm getting married and having a kid.
Nice.
No, I'm kidding.
I got so excited for a second. All right, so you, as I said in the intro, you're from Rhode Island, but how long have you been in LA for?
I've been here for about 8 years now. Yeah, so I played football in high school and then went to prep school for a PG year. And I was supposed to go to Brown University on a full ride. But then I did Legally Blonde, the musical, and I fell in love with acting and dancing. And I passed up the full ride and went to Cal Arts for my BFA out here and hated that. So I moved to West Hollywood about like 8 years ago and started working.
Oh my God, that's like a movie, like a football player.
It's literally
falling in
it's like
love.
Troy Bowen. I'm the real like Troy Bowen.
How did you fall into the play?
Because I just auditioned as a joke and then I was like, fuck, this comes easy. And like football, I worked so hard for and I wanted a D1A scholarship. That's why I went to prep school. But I didn't get it still. And then like I got cast, I was an EPS guy. And it just came because I can dance, I have rhythm, I just can't sing. Not a triple threat. But yeah, so I fell in love with it and I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to do it. So anything I put my mind to, I do. So
I love that. It's a good mindset to have. Out of all the acting jobs that you've done thus far, what's been your favorite?
Most notable and favorite too is probably I was in Havana by Camila Cabello. I was her love interest. It has 1.3 billion views, Grammy VMA. Oh my God. I played 2 characters. It was like a telenovela sequence, but that was fun. And then probably a few commercials. I've been over like 50 commercials, so that's
Good
my
for you,
bread and
mate.
butter.
8 years in LA, and that's a pretty good accomplishment because I know people who have been here for 8 years, 10 years, and maybe have 1 or 2 things.
I finally found my niche and like kind of groove and lane, if you will, in regards to like the comedy and the podcast and stuff. Because I don't care about winning an Oscar. I really don't anymore. I just want to make people happy and feel and like laugh. That's why I would kill at fucking running a restaurant. Like hospitality.
I could definitely see you running.
Hospitality, like GM, oh, your table's here.
Come on, hi folks. How
Oh,
you doing?
shots for the table. Shots for the table.
Did you open at the Hollywood Improv?
I host shows there. Yeah.
We saw it.
Yeah, we were there one night.
Really?
The
Randomly.
night that Theo Vaughn came in.
Yeah. I think I was hosting that one.
Yeah, you guys did great. And
Thank you.
I knew you from Jonathan from Barney's. And then I told her, I said, oh, that's the guy from Barney's Beanery. And I had no idea that you were in comedy. I said, oh, wow.
Oh, really?
He's
Yeah.
transitioning to that pretty great.
Thanks. I'm hosting Sunday night, actually. Oh, this isn't going to be out. But yeah, for David Lucas. He's on like Kill Tony. He likes me hosting and shit. I just bring the crowd up.
Where is it? At the
Improv.
At the Improv. Wow, that's a good.
How do you
Well,
feel being
and
up there? Do you get nervous or?
Not anymore. I used to. But now it's like I have a set, but I feel like my material is not as funny as when I talk to the audience and like riff. Like crowd work.
Crowd work, as
And I
they
feel
say.
like I don't want to depend on that, but it is an art form. And that's why I think I'm good at podcasting because I just tell stories and just like talk and it comes naturally rather than like, oh, here's my like mark on my joke and it's like methodical and stuff. I don't know.
When things are too structured, people can kind of absorb that and they can feel that. And when it's so
Exactly.
organic and natural, and obviously like you're a very charismatic fella, so
Thank
like that
you.
exudes through what you're doing. How about the first time you ever won on stage? Was that like a bit of a fucking
Oh, I was
nerve-wrack?
hammered at the Comedy Chateau in Lancashire Boulevard, North Hollywood. Shout out Felix. And it was not good.
No?
Why wasn't it good?
Because I was just hammered. I was just fucking on stage and the jokes was just like not funny. Looking back.
So when people don't laugh, do you feel it in the moment? or are you
Oh,
just like,
God, I
whatever?
want to kill myself.
It's like fucking
Yeah, it's literally. But when you crush, it's like heroin. Not that I've ever tried it. It's like having a happy dad.
Okay. That's a nice little plug.
Have you had a happy dad before?
Actually, no, never.
How good is it?
It's like really
refreshing.
So wait,
good.
what's the story behind Happy Dad again?
It's
Happy Dad,
gluten-free.
it's by the Nelk Boys. They have different flavors and such. And it's like a seltzer, like 5%. A few of them get you a little toasty.
Love
Perfect summer drink.
It doesn't have that weird aftertaste that I feel like a lot of the seltzers have.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Do you find that like your comedy, acting, and podcasting kind of conform each other?
I think so. I think definitely the comedy and the podcasting, because like I have Smoochie Town, as you said, and it's kind of like a comedic, playfully sexual podcast, dating podcast. It's a dating podcast no one wanted, but everyone needs. Essentially, I got a billboard coming for Pride on Santa Monica this weekend. Yeah, it's sick. I'll show you after.
All right. Nice.
And then the acting and stuff as well, because all the commercials I'm in, I'm playing like the comedic gym bro. Like that's my character. So I feel so, yeah. And then Fuckboy Island's kind of like acting too. So
if you could have one of those routes take off to the full extent, podcasting, movies, or reality TV.
I mean, movies, I know I'm a good actor too because I've been in some serious stuff, so that would be really cool, but I think I'm just like too goofy and I like to be too public about shit because I'm an open book, so I wouldn't thrive in that. Reality is cool because you're still like a celebrity and the podcasting is just so niche, so I would say reality.
Yeah.
You know, to get on the challenge or like a Vanderpump Rules. Like a show where it's like Jersey Shore, you have the same cast every year. You follow them. It's not like a contest.
Would you want to be in a cast or would you want it to be like a solo show?
Cast.
Yeah,
I feed off of people. I'm an extrovert. I get energy from other people, and that's the whole thing that
Oh,
maybe
no.
I'm afraid to be alone. That's why I always want a girlfriend, even though I don't, because I like to be social. Like that's why girls never want to date me.
I feel like you're a combo of Ryan Reynolds and Vinny from the Jersey Shore.
Ooh, I like that.
Is that a compliment?
I
Do we like that?
think so.
I mean,
They're
Ryan Reynolds,
both
come on.
fucking sexy. Ryan Reynolds, he's my favorite. That's what like I try to like thrive to be.
Yeah, he's
in all
fucking
facets.
hilarious.
I feel like he's the funniest, good-looking guy.
Yeah, I would say yeah, I would say him. Zac Efron is pretty funny when he wants to be. Not now. Fucking filler face over there. Did you see his new movie where he's like filled his face for it? You got,
The
like,
wrestling
The
movie?
Iron
Yeah.
Claw, that was a great fucking movie. It was
Yeah.
beautiful. He
It's
cried at
fantastic.
the end of it.
You
Well,
cried?
I have brothers.
Bitch. You know who wouldn't have cried? I would be doing stand-up comedy in front of the biggest clubs and stages in LA, but I am, so.
How's your relationship with those people, like friends from back home?
They're good. They're good. I wasn't really like I didn't drink or smoke till I was 21, so I wasn't like a party kid. So I don't have like those like party friends from high school. I had friends, trust me. But I stay in touch with a few of them. But I've honestly made all my network out here. So yeah, it's as long as you surround yourself with good people and have like a good mindset.
Yeah.
I think you'll attract the right group.
Especially in a place like LA. Because there are some
There
real
are
shitheads out
there's a
here.
lot of ulterior motives. There's a lot of what can I get out of him, who likes me for me, and who likes me for what they can do for me.
It's based on the industries out here, though, you know what I mean?
For sure.
It's kind of comes with the nature of it, but like as you said, you have a good mindset and good energy and
Yeah.
kind of radar as well.
Thank you. It's social awareness. So you founded the dating app. Are you also in tech?
No, I was a model for a very long time.
Yeah, no shit. But
Um,
not taking fucking fives to Beverly Hills Hotel.
I met him on Raya, actually.
Oh, wow.
So
See that?
your favorite fucking dating app.
Tell the story.
No, well, there's really no story to it. We met, we hung out at a bar with his mates, and then I went back to the Bel Air Hotel with him. And then we like hung out a couple more times, and he was super lovely. He was like very sweet, but clearly wasn't not gonna go anywhere. I think it was in between basketball seasons, so he was like, "Wow."
Did you know? Were you dating Tamara at that point or no?
Huh?
Were you dating Tamara at that point?
No. I wasn't, especially not with him. I was like, this is going to be fun. Because I had no idea who he was.
I wish
And
I
then
was at the level that it could be like that.
Really?
Yeah, like, doesn't matter. I'm going to fucking say yes. Like, Bad Bunny hits you up in the DMs. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, just
I'm
live your
going
life. Well, I had no idea who it was. And then I went to my roommate and I was like, who's this? He looks very familiar. She's like, Hannah, that's fucking. And I was like, who's. And she's like, he's a basketball star. And I was like, oh. And then he was the tallest man I've ever met.
Mhm.
But it was nice to feel tiny because I'm so tall. And so I
Yeah.
just felt like.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
Nice.
Heels, 6'1", 6'2".
Wow. I say I'm 5'11". I say I'm 6 foot, 5'11" and a half. For sure.
No,
You
I
got to
feel
round
like-
up. Right?
You got to round up in that
You gotta round
situation.
up.
You're up, sweetheart.
Oh, I'm up.
Oh, wow.
He does
Okay.
no preparation for anything. I just write things down for him and I
love it.
have to cue him in.
I like these.
She's the boss.
That's smart.
Cue cards?
Yeah.
Well, what we were
I
doing
just
is
riff. There's no structure at all.
I know I watched a couple of your podcasts,
And
but
it's people get mad. They're like, it should be called ADD. Start asking something, and I'll be like, "What's your favorite cereal?"
I saw that episode.
well,
I thought that was
we
a
used to look at
smart-
our phones, and then we would ask the guest a question,
Then you
and then we
look
look
at
at our
the
phones, and
phone.
they'd kind of be like, "You're being a dick," and I'm like, "Oh no, like I got the questions here." And it's like,
Yeah.
It just looks really bad as well, like when you're filming it. It's like people just looking at their phones. So cue cards came about.
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
it.
Speaking of Smoochie Town, what motivated you to start it?
So it started as Until the Last Drop. I was going to do a podcast with two of my buddies and call it Bottomless Bros and go to brunch spots around West Hollywood and get bottomless mimosas, and we'd be in our underwear under the table, and we'd like rate it, and like it'd become like a thing, like a live thing. And my two buddies were like, that's gay, so we're not doing the Bottomless Bros. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it myself, and then call it Until the Last Drop, filmed at Barney's, and I just interviewed like my famous friends and stuff and asked them like lifestyle questions. And then it slowly got to like, I kept asking like, what's your favorite sex position? And like dating advice and like ideal date and stuff. So then it's like more towards a dating podcast. And I kept saying like, I have a monologue in the beginning of each podcast where it's like the smooch of the week, where I had a bad date story of a Raya or something happened in my life recently. It was a smooch of the week. And now people look forward to that dating story. So that's why I can't even have a girlfriend, because I got to keep up this persona.
You gotta have that fucking material, man.
That girl that I told you the story about previously, she muted like my stuff and almost unfollowed me just because of like the stories I say. So then I was like, don't worry. The time I ordered a hooker was like 2 years ago, babe. It was like last week.
Do you think that she thought that you were using her for material?
No, but some girl, after every time I've been hooking up recently, they're like, don't put me on your podcast. I was like, don't do anything for you to go on my podcast.
Fucking wild, and you won't be there.
Don't let me take you to Soho House, and then you ask the fucking manager when he brings shots over because he knows me if they're fucking hiring. How tacky is that?
When did that happen?
Fucking like a year ago. I took her there, and then I was like, oh, I'm going to hate fuck her. Hate fuck her as in like I'm going to fuck her and never talk to her again.
Yes,
so anyways, go to her place. This is a funny story, actually. Go to her place next night, bring over Sweet Green, because I'm a bougie bitch. A little bottle of Francis Coppola. Oh, Harvest Bowl for days. So go in her room, we watch How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days on her MacBook computer.
Great rom-com.
Great rom-com. Hour and a half in, start going down on her old box. And then finish the movie, and she came. So I'm laying there, pitching a tent, and I was like, are you going to like return the favor? And she was like, why can't you just be a giver?
Selfish.
Yeah. I was like, oh, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Seconds. So I went in the bathroom and came in all her face lotions because either way, my cum was going on her face that night.
True story.
No, the last part. The first part is, but I didn't come in the lotion. I did jerk off in her bathroom though because I was horny as fuck.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like you a lot.
Thank you. I jerked off in the toilet. You know, like, because I sometimes when I masturbate,
like bent over it?
I masturbate reverse cowgirl in the toilet because you have the little water tank to like for leverage with the little phone. And then you put on your favorite porn. Mine's threesome. And then I get up and then, do you guys do massage stuff?
I love giving massages.
I gave you a little massage last night.
Nice. No, you did. A little shoulder rub.
Dude, I was even giving that girl foot rubs and shit. How the fuck is that possible?
But also, she just seems very selfish in a lot of regards.
But she's like the nicest girl. She's a Southern belle, and like she calls me baby.
Oh no, I was talking about the chick who came in all her lotions.
Oh yeah, of her, yeah.
She's so fucking selfish. Sorry,
right?
Different woman.
So selfish.
So selfish.
And I thought maybe she was like being like that because he'll like want me even more. Playing hard to get. Nope, didn't taste that good.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Seconds.
So, what qualities do you look for when you bring people on the show?
On the show itself, at first it was just all for clout. I was bringing on like my famous friends, followers, and stuff. But now, if you're not going to collab, at least like 1 or 2 clips that you can approve of, share it a little. I'm not asking for you to fucking yell from the mountaintops about it that you were on it. But 2, like you have to be open. I just had Tom Swartz on, love him, fucking amazing guy, hi Tom. But he couldn't talk about dating or anything in his life because his like publicist said not to, and he was like with the whole show. So like every question I asked, he'd deflect and then ask me, and everyone knows my shit because I say it every week already. So that was a little frustrating. But like I couldn't ask like, what's your favorite sex position? He'd be like, I can't do it. Like I don't know.
That's frustrating when people are so closed off. Yeah, because you're such an open book.
So he told me, he warned me. He was like, hey bud, I don't know if I'm the best for this, but I'll do it. But yeah, it was still fun regardless.
How do you feel about the collabing and the posting? Because we do the same thing.
Yeah.
Because same for us. Like we obviously want a guest with a big following, but for someone that's on brand and who's going to help us promote.
Exactly.
How do you feel with all that?
Here's the thing. Like a story share is fucking nothing. So at least that. But 2, when you collab, you can like uncollab if you don't necessarily want it on your main feed after a few days.
Yeah.
Share the followers, be a fucking nice person, and then yeah, so 100%. If you don't do it, then fuck off. It's a mutually beneficial fucking trade-off of experiences.
100%.
So,
yeah, and they get great footage out of it.
And if it's like good quality, like come on. Yeah. Are you making yourself look good if you don't like...
I agree. Maybe just people aren't as nice as
watch me not collab with you guys.
Who's been your favorite guest?
Good question. I had a lot of funny people. Maybe my buddy Ryan Pownell was great. He hosts Pillow Talk, which is like one of the top comedy podcasts in the world, where he interviews porn stars, like millions of followers and shit. But that, or Jeff Dye was a good one. Was a popular one. Comedy. He's a good comedian. Probably those two. Or I had two female comedians that were really good. They're stoners, Sammy and Billy Lee.
Who's the chick you macked on in the podcast?
Oh, Carter Cruz.
Yeah.
Carter! Love you.
What do you mean macked on in the podcast?
So I asked her the last question before we left, literally it was like at minute 58. I was like, so like before we go, what's your ideal type of guy? You know? And she was like, honestly, you. And I was like, it's my producers. And then like I get a text from my producers or ex-producers of like if I want to ask me a question because I don't have an earpiece. And she's like, ask her for the first smoochie on the pod because I never kissed a girl on the pod. And I've had plenty of girls. And she was like, oh, you want me to? You want me to do it in front of a camera? Like, I'd never done it before. She was an ex-porn star. And then she like went on top of me and we had a bender for a week. I went to her like DJ shows. We went to like parties together. We went to Coachella together and stuff. And now she's like a best friend. Every girl that I've had sex with, I'm like friends with now because like it'll make it weird. And I grew up with 3 sisters. So like, I'm kind of like non-threatening in a sense of I'm not like a sleazy LA like promoter type person where, you know, like, I don't know, I treat girls with respect and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's Marco. Like, I just love being surrounded by women and female energy.
And do you feel it works both ways, being friends with people after you sleep with them? Because I always feel like one person.
So. You gotta separate it though. Like, honestly, but then again, like, there's not too many girls that like after I have sex with, I'm like, oh, I want to marry. Unfortunately, that girl was. That's why I'm not gonna catch feelings again. Give me another happy dad.
I hate when that happens though, when you really start to catch feelings.
It fucking sucks. And I hate.
Do you catch feelings often though?
I do, because I think I'm a hopeless romantic, so I think I'm going to marry.
So you want to get married and like have kids and stuff?
Down the road. I can't have kids until I am successful in my life enough to give them the best future possible.
That's what we say.
Yeah.
But, oh really? Do you have kids or no?
No.
Yet? Yeah.
We're trying at the moment.
Okay.
But yeah, a couple of years ago, we were like, let's not do this until we're more established.
Yeah.
Now,
exactly.
We're like,
because then you won't be able to ever reach your goals because you're too worried about raising someone else to reach theirs.
And their childhood's going to start off tough.
Yeah.
Exactly. No. I want private school.
Me too, mate.
But hey, girls, you fucking suck. You ladies,
I don't suck.
You guys say you don't play the game, but if a guy comes on too strong of like, oh, needy energy and desperate, or like, let me take you out and like texting back right away, like there's no mystery, there's no chase. And unfortunately, every girl plays the game. Both sides do. You want what you can't have naturally in life.
Yeah.
But specifically girls.
Do you think there's a difference between being a nice guy and a gentleman?
Are you assuming that like nice guys are kind of like simp?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. There's a difference because you can be respectful. You can walk on the outside of the street, pay the bill, be like a great human and treat a girl with respect. And then also that needy energy, just like in acting. Mm-hmm. Like when you go into a room, you feel the desperation. Like why would you want like a little bitch as a boyfriend? So you gotta find the line. And sometimes you fall into the bitch part, which I clearly did with that girl.
No, I don't think you did. I think that something happened, something ticked her off.
I don't know what. Though.
Yeah, but I mean, listen.
But maybe you were like too confident or too social.
Not even that night after we made sweet love. I literally got a hotel a block away from my house. I live in the hills up behind Magic Castle, and then I got a hotel at the Hilton right by the bowl, like because I wanted because she couldn't come because I have a roommate, and for privacy, like she didn't want to be loud. So I was like, you know what, I want to like treat you really nice tonight.
Gentleman.
I took a Blue Chew, which is like a Viagra. Didn't work.
What it is.
I had a boner in the shower, and then like I didn't know it just makes you like get up quicker. Like I don't need problem with that. Like I just can't last long.
Oh.
Like 90 seconds. That's how long I last.
I'll tell you that's in your 20s thing.
What, as soon as you hit 30?
No, not lasting long.
Hopefully the last year of this because I'm 29.
When I met her, I was 29, and I was like, oh, this could be the one, but I don't know how I'm gonna be able to perform. Once you get
lengthwise duration.
Yeah. But once you get like comfortable with somebody and you get older, that all kind of goes away. Because in my 20s, there'd be times where I'd kind of connect with the perfect person out at a bar, and then she's like, let's go home, and I'm like, oh shit, like I wanted to connect with you, but now it's actually gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I don't know how this experience is gonna be for you.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm super self-conscious of that because I think when I lost my virginity, that girl fucked her ex-boyfriend both nights. Like I went to her prom, she went to mine because I went to Old Boys Catholic High School, and that's where the sexual inefficiency comes from. Was my virginity, and then she went, so I wasn't good enough, and you went fuck her ex-boyfriend.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Especially
so like
for your
I
first
didn't like
experience.
fucking right. So Yeah.
How dare she?
How fucking dare she? Allie Carsonson, I'll say that name.
Fight some fucking people for
Right?
it. Because you can't do it because you're a man, but
It's
I think
tragic.
because I'm a woman.
I'll still do it. Fuck
I'm
it.
still up.
You're still up, baby.
Dream guest.
Ooh. Dream guest. I think Ryan Reynolds would be a lot of fun, but I think he would answer some questions, so I have to go with.
I think he would.
Not,
I don't think
not,
he would do sex position with like Blake and stuff. I don't.
Not the level that he's at now. Maybe like 5-10 years ago. he would.
Yeah. I think Howard Stern would be fun,
Oh, I could see that.
right? Howard Stern or Joe Rogan would be fun, but they're just like big. Yeah.
I would fucking love to see you on the Joe Rogan podcast. That would be great.
Oh my god, that would be fun as fuck. My buddy Jeff Dye, he was just on it. and Stuff, he did a good job. Jeff Dye is such a classic stand-up comedian.
Why does that name
I don't know
sound
Jeff
so
Dye.
familiar?
He actually told his story about how he got into a DUI with Kristen Cavallari, like that whole story. He was in the gossip columns. Like he crashed his car and then went to meet her for coffee, and her coffee, and
yes.
she told everyone the story. That bitch, and like Jeff told that story on my podcast, and it went viral like on Daily Mail and Page 6 and stuff.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's where that came from.
Mhm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Smooch of the week. Is it this person that we're talking about?
No, I have a few others, but I think it has to be. I think the next smooch of the week has to be how. But then again, if I was just in my head about it, if I do want another chance, I don't want to blast her.
So you
I never
think-
say names or anything.
You
But
think
she will
the-
see it.
You think the door's still open?
I think if I don't answer her or whatnot, she'll be like, "Fuck, he was a nice guy" and stuff. So like, and she didn't want to be. She wanted to be single for the summer, anyways. And yeah, I was planning a trip maybe to go to Nashville in July, so I may put that on the back burner a little bit. It's too fresh. You don't want to do it too fresh.
No, but maybe that's it. Maybe it's the fact that she was very upfront. I mean, she was upfront about the fact that she wanted to be single for the summer, right? Like she expressed that to you.
Yeah.
And maybe she came to LA and she was like, fuck, like I really like this dude, but I've made this commitment to myself that I really wanted to be single for the summer for X, Y, and Z, whatever the reasoning behind it was. And you're sharing with gifts, you're doing all these wonderful things. She sees you in your fucking element of your birthday party surrounded by all the people that you love. Like it's all beautiful. And she's like, fuck, I can't get too close. Because if I get too close, then I'm in it.
Yeah.
Maybe, and that's
Is
just...
that
And
common
she doesn't
for
even
women?
live here and stuff, so.
Yeah, it's true.
I was gonna say, is that common for
Yeah, how do
girls
you
to
feel?
do?
How do you feel about that?
Well, I think it's of two schools of mind. Either, quite bluntly, you gave her the ick somehow. Something happened where you gave her the ick and she was like, fuck no, I'm pulling out of this. Or it's what I just explained of the fact that women do this. The same way it's like when you got scared.
Oh, yeah.
And you were like, oh, fuck, like I really like you, but I don't know if this is what I want in my life right now. I don't know if I want to be in a serious relationship right now. And I think that it doesn't really matter the gender. People go through those moments. If she's young, she's just finished college, she's like, I want to be single for whatever reason it is. Being with somebody that she really connects with and really likes, it probably just terrified her a little bit. And goes, oh, fuck.
Well, maybe she realized she didn't like me because every time we hung out was really a social setting besides the late nights and the drunk talks and stuff. And then we actually hung out for a full day sober. And she was like, you don't even know anything about me and you're asking me to be my boyfriend and stuff. So maybe that full day, she was like, I don't really kind of like him.
Well, what you just said, maybe that was it. Maybe it was the fact that she was like, this dude doesn't actually know me.
That's what I'm saying. So we learned about each other the whole day, and I thought we hit it off and shit. And that night, I think there may be two things. That night, we got super stoned and went down to the snack shack at the Hilton. What a selection they have down there. They're doing something right over there. And I picked out a few snacks, and she got a hella shit. And walking over, and I was like, all right, just put your stuff and put it on the room. She was like, no, I can get my stuff. I can get my stuff. I'm getting a lot. I just spent probably close to $1,000 over the course of the day on various stuff. You can't buy my 3 snacks? And I was like, oh, you can't get my stuff? Kind of jokingly, but I already offered to pay for yours, but a girl that didn't take initiative to just literally buy my fucking soda, chocolate milk, and chips, it was just But then again, my roommate was telling me that's just Southern people that they don't expect to ever do anything for the guy in regards of taking care of them, Southern hospitality or Belle. However, also it's a give and take. I don't know, but she got me a nice gift and stuff. And then the next morning, when she wanted to call an Uber to her place, which she was already in a weird headspace, I feel. I was like, oh, you can't drop me off a block away in your Uber? You're gonna make me call my own? And she was like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. And then maybe those two things, because I didn't hear from her all day. I don't know.
Well, it seems like you're in a good. You are coming from the right place. Just hearing the stories and feeling the energy.
I didn't do
behind
anything
what you're
wrong.
saying. Like,
No.
it seems like you're being really genuine and authentic, which is amazing. So like, if you have any internal feeling about it, I would say it's not you, to be honest, because
I did everything I
you're
could.
being you,
I
and
did
you're doing the
everything
right
I could.
things.
I think I
listen-
put her on a pedestal too much, and then she's like, "Oh my god," she's like falling off because there's still much, and it's like I was getting more interaction from her when I was like ignoring her and being a fuckboy.
That ties into some questions I have later. So maybe we'll just skip over what you have and we'll go into that because
I'm good.
You were portrayed on. Well, you were one of the nice guys on.
I was one of the nice
Island,
guys,
right?
yeah.
And I was thinking about this last night. I was just writing the podcast because there is this like rhetoric of like what you just said. Sometimes women, especially in our early 20s, and I will say this because I was fucking attracted to some real shitheads. I wondered to myself like why you think that women are perhaps more attracted to like toxic traits of men.
I don't know why.
No?
It sucks because I am a fucking nice guy. There's a fuckboy in all of us for sure. However, deep rooted for me, I am a nice guy. I love whining and dining. I love being the guy. But girls love fuckboys for some reason, and I just don't understand it. Like, excuse me, waiting to text back. Like it's just like
The
I don't like
games.
that. I don't like the fucking game. But then again, if a girl was like immediately replying to me and texting me all day, then I'd be like, eh.
Yeah, it works both ways.
It
It works both ways.
does.
So I think I
It's-
just like bombarded her with everything, and it was like too much.
Well, there is this air of, and it's because it's not desperation, but it comes off as desperation, and it's really strange because there is this like very weird line that you have to walk in the dating world of
Yeah.
not coming on too strong, but not coming
what
on,
do we
on
always
too
say?
weak.
We always used to say that if you didn't respond right away, it didn't mean that you were playing a game, but it felt like you were busy, which was attractive. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh,
Yeah.
this guy or girl's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
That's attractive. What are they doing? And it's like making you think, fuck, I wonder what they're doing over there. They're not playing the game with me, but they're not answering me right away. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know. It's just annoying.
That is really fucking annoying. I'm really sorry you have to be dealing with that.
It sucks. I'm over it now.
But you're a good looking guy in LA. So
Thank you. I
You got a
appreciate
great
that.
personality. Like there's going to be plenty of other people out there. That
next
are,
week you're going to be thinking about the next one.
Tonight I'm gonna be thinking about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I got a funny story. No, then again, like a week before, like, have you heard of Eros.com?
Arrows.com. No.
EROS. It's a hooker site.
Oh.
And you have like your pick of the litter, and I guess they show up to your house as like a minimum, and then just like have your way with it for an hour. So I was like hammered at like 6 a.m. like 2 weeks ago, and I perused the aisles, and I saw one I like, and it was like 800 minimum because you know supply and demand with the timing.
Of course.
So she comes over and she starts like blowing me the condom on, obviously safe sex, and I was like, "Are you gonna ride me?" And she was like, "That's more." I'm like, I already paid you $800.
$800 blowjob?
So then like I fucking just like. I was like, aren't you kind of happy I'm not old and creepy? Just all fucked up.
Valid.
And yeah. And she's like, I was like, I don't usually have to pay for sex. And she was like, well, you are right now, honey. So I was like, it's another $800 cool. So I paid $1,600 for like an 8
Was it good?
to ride. It was 3.5 minutes.
You paid $1,600.
I told you I don't laugh
But it's a good story.
Oh,
And you got good
fantastic.
release.
Fantastic. You like that? Yeah. And oh my God, the other night, see, I can't have a girlfriend. The other night,
Maybe this girl knew all these
solid
stories about you.
solid 6 for Barney's. Pulled her back to mine, like just goofing, chilling. My MO was like kind of putting on Quinn and smoking on my balcony, and then we go into my room and start giving some smoochies, and then like after like 3 minutes, I came again. It's my MO, and she was like, "Are you done?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, that was quick."
Doesn't that demoralize you? As
Oh
a
my
man?
God! And now the worst
When that
part.
used to happen to
The
me, I was
worst
like-
part. I was like, you rascal! And she was like, oh, you actually did come. Oh, that was really quick. Like she emphasized it, and I was like, wow. And I was like, how old are you? And she was like 21, and that was even more demoralizing. She was like, that's the quickest. That like this isn't my. She said this is my first rodeo. When like I asked her if I want to like if you had a condom or something. I was like, who are you fucking?
This is going to be a fucking
I remember
podcast.
when I was 27, I had like a young 20-something-year-old come over, fooling around, and I was going down on her, and she stops me, and I was like, oh, all right, like she wants to
Yeah.
expand into the night, and she's like, do you know what you're doing? And I was like, yeah, why? She's like, could I just tell you what you're doing wrong? And I kind of got a little butthurt, but I was like, what am I doing wrong? Like, why do you think what am I doing
Yeah.
wrong? And she's like, yeah, you're in the wrong spot. And she kind of explained it to me. And in the moment, I was
You're in
like,
her belly button.
I was like, this fucking sucks. after that night, I was like, I'm so thankful that she kind of coached me through that because it helped
Where
me.
were you?
In my apartment.
No, on the vagina, on the clip.
Oh,
Everybody needs
more.
to be
I was
coached.
more at the bottom, and she's like,
Oh, you gotta go. So some
Jake,
people
you're
are
the
clip
wrong
people,
spot.
and some people are G spot.
yes.
I'm
she's like,
unfortunately not a G spot giver because my 5.5-inch pink pepper. So I gotta go clip.
I love how open and honest you are. I feel like you're giving a lot of confidence to a lot of people out there
Yeah.
who finish quickly and have average size
well, confidence
penis.
is the
I
number
have
one thing.
boyfriend dick.
Boyfriend dick.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's clear something up here because when
clear it
I
up.
first met him, I was like,
You got it too?
Yeah. I was like, you have
Apparently,
Yes, he does.
Yes,
Let
he
me tell
does.
you.
He was-
My husband has a small penis.
great penis, perfect size for me. Perfect penis, perfect boyfriend penis,
Yeah.
husband penis.
Yeah.
Now.
Tell me one.
And literally, we were sitting there. He was like, I don't know how we got onto the subject of your penis, but we were like talking about it. And he was, and I was, what did you say? Is it big or something like that? And I said, it's like perfect boyfriend size. And he was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck does that mean? And then got
It's a compliment.
It is a compliment. And you ask any woman out there, if you say, oh, my husband's got a boyfriend dick, or my boyfriend's got a boyfriend dick, they're like, oh, fucking good for you, perfect.
It's great. It's like a backup quarterback in the NFL. You know, you always have a
but
job.
which kind of backup quarterback?
Stable pay. Kirk Cousins.
Can
you
you
have
get-
Kirk Cousins' dick.
Okay.
It's great.
That's
You're not
not
going to
bad.
win a Super Bowl, but you always have a job.
Exactly.
good.
Always have a job. Always
You
satisfy
win a big couple
somebody.
big games,
Yeah.
special
Incredible.
occasions.
Because big penis guy's probably in jail or something. So
But yeah,
Yeah.
but also like women don't want a massive penis. Like I'm so sorry. Like it's like, you know, sometimes it's nice once in a while, but you don't want that consistently because ow.
Yeah,
Like-
I'm fascinated by. I did a thing for like Plug Talk today, which is Adam 22's kind of podcast, and there was a lot of porn stars there, and then like a lot of them are married, and they both like do their separate things and like keep it separate. I'm like, I couldn't do that. I think
Her
I'm
best
too
friend-
controlling with my female, like, and that's my own ego talking. When especially whenever I get out of a breakup, I've only had 2 girlfriends in my life, and each time I couldn't picture them with like another guy, like it would break, like crippling anxiety and stuff. But like they have to do what's best for them, and they can like you can't control them, you know. And the
my
more
mom
secure
actually
you
said
are,
that to me when we broke up for the first time. She said, "How would you feel if she had sex with another guy?" I said, "I'd be pissed." She says, "Well, then that means you really, really want to be with her." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
yeah. But the less you care, like in anything, the more people want you. You know, it's like exclusivity. However, with like if you like try to control her or anything like, oh, so you talking to them, you have to be so secure enough. Like she knows what she has with you, and you know what you have with her. And
Yeah.
if they do anything to fuck that up, then it's on them and their loss. So like, go out with your friends. Like if my friends don't want to fuck my girlfriend, then I'm dating the wrong person.
We did the opposite actually. So like anytime we were out and a guy was hitting on her, I would like just walk away and be like, "You're on your own," kind of as a joke. But like I'd protect her. But
no, it'd be funny.
yeah, I was like,
It's
to me,
funny,
I was like,
see
good,
how his
good
game
luck,
is
man.
entertaining.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
luck.
To me it wasn't funny.
For
I was
her,
like,
she
help
would
me.
get more. She didn't like when I was like out or talking to people because of her past relationships.
And
But-
also what
But you
happened.
can't put that on him.
No, not at all. Well, there was something that happened in our earlier relationship that really wasn't quite fucking kosher. That tipped the fucking scales for me. And
yeah,
then,
but it was more your
then,
past relationships.
it was a combination of both. Put it that way.
Can I hear about this said event?
But okay,
Yeah, sure.
we were together and we had like we were just not good for each other at the very beginning. Like there was a whole bunch of shit that we individually needed to work on, but we loved each other so much that we wanted to stay together, right?
We're two
Okay.
passionate
And this
people.
motherfucker
Yeah.
was like, I think we should take a break. Old Ross and Rachel situation. I was like, don't deal with that.
Breaks don't work.
Thank you.
But
the day,
they didn't this time.
The day,
Well, it didn't,
No,
but-
the day he was like, I want to take a break. He then, I had his location because that's
Because
that's the situation.
super normal.
Because super normal.
Yeah.
And the day that he was like, let's go on a break, he was like, I'm going out with my friends, and basically like ignored his phone the entire time.
We were on a break.
And guess,
Wait.
did you make him want him?
Oh no,
Did you
no,
have
no,
a
no.
stroke? Did it make you want him even more?
No, it pissed me off. I was fucking angry because it wasn't like we had agreed to go on a break. He was like, I'm gonna go on a break, put my phone down, not touch it, right? Like
Yeah.
that was the situation. There was no communication, there was no conversation about it. He was like, that's what I want. And then didn't answer me. And I was like, fucking enraged. Anyway, at like 1 o'clock in the morning, I got a call from this motherfucker. He's shit faced. He's like, can I come see you? I was like, yeah, you can come see me. Comes up, we sleep with each other. And then I'm like, something's fucking off here. Like something's not making sense to me. One and only time that I went through his phone, which is a horrible situation. I don't condone
You went through the phone?
I don't condone anybody.
The
but
all
wait,
trust
Worst
is
thing
gone
ever.
when that
Worst
happens.
thing
wait,
ever.
but wait. First fucking message on his phone is a woman being like, oh my God, I love that kiss so much. He
Is
got
it a date?
He went out.
I
with
just
his
went
mates
out and, you
then
know,
went
it was
for
on a
dinner
break.
with a whole bunch of chicks and then made
No.
out with
You're
a
a
chick.
makeout. I don't
Then
make out with
made
him
out with
out.
a chick and then came
It's
and
not my
slept
thing.
with
Make
me.
You're a
I was,
makeout.
so that's why I was
dirty
like,
little dog.
"Ooh."
Well, I was sleeping and she did a
So
double
what'd you-
slam on
Oh,
the
like,
pillow.
wait, so I did this, and I will never forget this. Like, all of my friends like, this is the most fucking iconic thing you ever did. He was passed out fucking drunk in my bed, and I was like looking at this, and I'm pretty calm, cool, collected, but like when you piss me off, I get really fucking pissed off. Not violent, but like edge of violence. I have to explain this. I went up behind, like he was sleeping on the thing, and next to his ears on the pillows, I went, "Who the fuck is?" And then this thing, and he woke up and he was like, "Mum," and he thought it was his mum.
That's your go-to when you're
waking
fucking
up.
having a little night terror?
I heard a female voice in distress.
That's
I wanted
hilarious.
to protect my mother.
And so then from there, it was very hard for me. Combined with my past, I've like a lot of partners cheat on me. And
Were
all
you
that kind of
dating
shit.
exclusively?
We were on a
Yes.
break. We were on a
But
break.
we would have again. We were on a break. You
What is a
could've
break
fucking-
for? What was the break for? To
He's like-
explore sexually or because you needed
Basically.
time apart?
No, because he was
no,
willing
because
to go fuck around.
we were fighting a lot.
Oh,
And
there were some girls that wanted perfectly
also
to kiss.
also like, you know, I was in LA for the first time. Like I moved to LA in
Where are you from?
New York. So I moved
Oh.
to LA. This was like 6 months in. And I was still on like that, oh, this is cool. Like there's a lot of, you know, good looking chicks around here that really like me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to
Hot
be
guy,
tied
by the
down.
way.
Yeah, no,
I know
no,
what
no.
I got.
Hot guy.
So I was just like, maybe I do want to be on a break and just have that validation.
He did it for his own fucking selfish.
Well, no, we were
needs.
very toxic. We were toxic.
Anywho,
So do you get back from the break though? Because I think a break in a relationship is like pointless. A real break. You guys seem like you had like a half and half. How'd you forgive him?
No. The break was part one. Then we got back together and pieced it together for another
Couple
6
of
months.
months, yeah.
Then we broke up for good. Where
For like-
we never thought we were getting back together. She was moving back to Australia. I
broke
was
up for 4
done.
months.
And then 4 months of total separation. I was like, "You want to get a coffee?" And she was like, "All right." And then we got a coffee, and I was like, "Whoa, you really worked on yourself." And she's like, "Yeah, so did you." And I was like, "Should we get dinner?" And
No
then we got
way.
dinner, and then we kind of worked. We went slow, and then we were just like, "All right."
So you were incomplete and yeah.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
That's I'm gonna take that back to that girl.
We're very big advocates, and I always tell people this. I'm like, sometimes it truly is like the timing. Like timing is everything.
Logistics.
And also the work of which you need to do on yourself. Like I needed some work, he needed some work. The fact that we actually separated and did that work and then came back together was so beautiful and so perfect because it wouldn't have worked otherwise. We would have destroyed each other.
When you say work on yourselves, everyone says that. Oh, I need
Mm.
to do me. I need to work. What is that exactly?
I had trust issues that I really need to work through. I grew up in a very like pretty traumatic childhood. So I had to like work through a lot of that and a lot of issues towards men in particular.
How do you work through that specifically?
I think it's like I went to therapy, which I
Okay.
think is an incredible tool, but I also did a lot of self-therapizing, understanding like where my reactions came from, where this mistrust of men came from, where I'd gone wrong in past partners and like how I was projecting that onto him or perhaps future partners and what I needed to do to not get so hurt, frustrated, or perhaps be as sensitive as I
Okay.
was. Yeah. And he needed to stop being such a fucking bro.
Like a
I-
sexual deviant?
I no zero emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
really?
I was just like a bro, full on bro.
Really?
Oldest of four boys, though.
I just became like in tune with what an actual mature woman wants and like how to
Yeah.
communicate.
Do you miss the bro? Or is it still there?
It's still there.
Nah,
still
I
there.
don't miss the bro dating wise. I miss the bro of like I still watch sports every day, which she hates, but
Well, of course. Why not?
Um,
Mavs, let's go. I think they fucking.
they were up big, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Got a little text from Michaela Porn. That's how I saved her.
Michaela Paul.
Rain check. I can do Sunday or any of next week. How about no?
All right. What's your favorite pickup line?
Oh, so I do drive-bys. So specifically Barney's Beanery because I used to be a club
Tell
guy.
us more about Barney's Beanery because you
Barney's-
seem to be the face of Barney's Beanery.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Hear that, AJ? So I started my podcast there, but I used to do a game night there like years ago where I would bring in like Young Hollywood. There would be like Flip Cup on the pool tables. The games would be on free play. Thursday nights would be like dead. And I'd bring in like Young Hollywood, like models, actors, shit like that. It's like, it was like hot night and all the locals would get pissed. Like they're fucking bar scoundrels. And then it started becoming popular and popular with like TikTok posting about it and Saddle Ranch going like kind of like downhill. And then now like I can like I basically run the door in regards of like get anyone in. I can book tables, this and that. But Barney's is the best. It's like everyone knows your name. It's one of those bars that like no one cares who you are. Like everyone's like not taking pictures. It's just like chill. And it'll always be like that. But it comes in waves. So my line at Barney's, I go up to a group of girls. If there are a group, I'm like, whoa, guys, easy with the looks. Okay, what's going on? And can you
Stop
specifically
being so fucking attractive.
can you do me a favor and stop looking so pretty? And then just walk away and they're like, who the fuck was that guy? And then I like do another circle lap. I'm like, hi guys, my name's Marco. And then I usually get a number and then never hear from them. Yeah.
Do you feel like it's a don't shit where you don't? What is it? Don't
Shit where you
shit.
Don't eat
Shit
where you
where you
shit.
eat. Shit where you eat.
Don't shit where you eat kind of thing, or do you
I
feel
like to say that and think of that, but any given night at Barney's, I probably had sex with 10 girls in there.
What's the favorite pickup
Reverse
line?
cowgirl, but me not. What? No, my favorite sex position is reverse cowgirl, but it's me on top. Yeah, get a visual of that, sister.
Holy shit. No, I was gonna say, is there a
You like that back there?
She's giggling the entire time.
Hell yeah.
Do you-
Spin me like a Beyblade.
Do you have a favorite pickup line that a woman's laid on you?
Yo, she fucking said this last night. The 21-year-old was playing pool, and I'm really good. That's attractive. If you're fucking good at pool at a
she's
bar,
a shark?
really, let's fucking go. If you're good at pool, it's such a like a fucking flex. Also, I know every state capital. Name a state, I know the capital. See my ADD. So
Love that.
yeah.
Ohio.
Ohio, next one. No, it's Springfield. I know everyone. It's weird. A very useless party trick. So a girl comes out to me and she was like, hey, in case no one else told you tonight, I think you're absolutely gorgeous. And just had to say that. And then she left. And I was like, who was that 6.5?
But you found her.
I found her and she thought I was quick.
Feelings on sex on the first date.
Here's the thing. I think if you really do like them and potentially see a future, I don't think you should have sex on the first date because then it's like gone and it's like how many guys or vice versa girls are you doing that with? So if you really like a girl, no. But then again, depends what you want. So I am sex on the first date unless I like them, and then I will probably still have sex on the first date.
I was gonna say, as a guy, you can't say no though.
Yes, but if it's the chase. You want like a girl wants you even more. So yes, I do.
She did that for us, and she
You had
had.
sex on the first date?
No, she said if we had sex on the first date, I would have just seen you as a hot guy and just been like, "Let's have fun."
Exactly.
But I saw you as a husband or partner, and I was like,
That's
oh,
cool.
fuck,
I mean, I
gonna make him
really
wait.
wanted to have sex with you on the first date, but I was like, can I have control?
Ooh.
Last one for this section, and then we're going to play a game.
I love games.
Would you date
Not with dating.
We always ask people this. Would you date yourself?
Is that a rhetorical question?
No?
Yeah. I think so.
Fuck yeah.
I'm funny. There's never a dull moment. I'm really good at dates and meeting people just because like I'm a good socializer and networker and my intentions are always good. So that's why when people like ever question, no one questions my like integrity or genuineness because it does come from I just want like everyone to have fun and like, like I show genuine interest in people and yeah, so I would definitely date me and like I'm a good time. I pay for stuff. I come from a good family of good values. Mediocre in bed, so that'd be the only downfall. And it's only mediocre because of the length of the duration. But now I go down on you until you come, so I have less performance anxiety.
The mediocre in length is actually a good thing in marriage. As your lives get busy, you don't really have the time to like spend an hour in bed, and it's just like, oh, let's just knock it out right
That's
now.
what I'm saying.
So,
So, like,
don't. It comes full circle.
It depends on the day.
So I literally go down until, and then it's like batting in the ninth inning when you're up by 1 million. Like you don't care if you strike out.
Right. For sure.
That's actually very smart. Performance anxiety kind of gets eradicated, doesn't it?
Exactly.
All right, in that vein, we're going to play a game called How Well Do You Know Yourself?
Ooh.
So I've gone to the depths of the internet, aka your social medias, and I'm going to ask you some questions, and I either want you to finish that sentence or finish whatever I tell you to finish.
Oh, I'll finish. Trust me, very quickly.
This is a bit of a softball. This should be a softball. From a recent In Touch Weekly insight, I want you to finish this sentence. Fitness to me is the adult version of...
Oh, building Legos.
Except for building castles.
You're building biceps.
There you
Bingo.
go.
Bingo, bingo, bingo.
Your old roommate called you,
The gayest guy alive. I just don't like penis.
damn straight. How much were you offered from a Saudi prince to suck his dick?
10K.
Mind you, nobody's ever gotten
no
all
one's
of
ever
these
gotten
right.
them all
So
right. No one.
Is this, I'm a narcissist for knowing it all?
No, this is great.
This is great.
You know
My stand-up
yourself.
comedy routine. Finish this sentence. Trying to make a girl come is like trying to.
Turn on a shower you've never been in before.
That's great.
Playing with her knobs, the left one getting warmer.
Who did you dress up for as Halloween last year?
Britney Spears.
In
Oh, oops, I did it again.
ding ding ding. You're on the cover of a romance novel by Isabel Cooper. What was the title?
Oh, fuck. Oh. I was on multiple No Romance columns, but I think this one, A Night is Born.
The Night Born.
How many more do you
that.
got? How
Is that
close
good?
are we?
Nightborn?
Yeah,
We've
that's
got two more, so he's
Whoa.
That counts, right?
Yeah,
it does.
Okay.
How about the one by Amy Rose Bennett?
Oh, God.
This one made me giggle.
No. Yeah, a duel or a tale. Hands. The Knight's Earl.
Nope.
The Earl is Knight. The
It's got Earl in it.
Earl. Oh, the Earl of. Oh my God. No, don't do this to me.
Give him the other one first, and then see if
Yeah.
this
No,
is the last one.
he's got to finish this one
Really?
first.
Oh man.
That's how the game goes.
The Earl of Penis. I don't know. Fuck!
Curled up with the Earl.
Curled up with the Earl.
He still might get the best score though. 'Cause-
Okay, he might.
Yeah.
One more. How many official selections did your short film Countless Sheep get at the Scene Festival?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
8.
He did
That
really
was
well.
pretty good, mate.
And I
was
went
like
downhill the last two.
that
It
was-
so
That's like a
anticlimactic.
80. He got an
The-
80.
I got a B minus.
Yeah,
the
that
last
sounds good.
two are supposed to be the hardest, so it's
Really?
it's totally fine.
Wow,
All right, we're
the
gonna end
Countless
with.
Sheep one. That was wild.
I know. I
Good
did it
job.
on purpose.
Good job.
All right, we're gonna end here with a little bit of rapid fire. So short, quick answers.
Oh, you know I'm good at that.
When do you feel happiest in everyday life?
Oh, when I am in front of a crowd talking to people, not necessarily on stage, just like talking, facilitating conversation.
I love that. Love language.
My love language, receiving or giving?
Receiving.
Apparently giving is gifts, and Ansley didn't like it. I'll say her name, I don't care. And receiving is words of affirmation. I love being told, like, oh my God, I'm proud of you. Maybe it's because my
Proud
dad
of you,
never did
Marco.
it. Thank you so much, Joe.
Time you really push yourself out of your comfort zone.
When I swam with dolphins in the Bahamas a few years back, I'm terrified of the open water or like ocean in general.
As you should be.
Yeah, like not knowing what's under me, ewy.
I come from Australia, mate. I'm
Yeah, that's
terrified
crazy.
of the ocean.
I would not go in the water over there.
We're actually going next week.
The hottest girls are from Australia, by the way. Australia and Toronto.
Well, last night I was looking at all the diversion points over the Pacific Ocean from LA to Australia.
What does that mean?
Because he's terrified of flying.
I hate the ocean and I hate flying, so we're flying over the
Big
Pacific
driving
Ocean.
guy, though. Big driving guy, car guy. But no boats or planes, just
No,
cars.
Can't stand it.
I'm not even a big car guy.
You don't like traveling?
he likes
Really?
sports. He just likes sports. That's all he likes.
Who do you got winning the basketball? NBA.
Celtics.
Let's go.
Yay. Sports.
Celtics in 3.
What inspires you most creatively?
Creatively?
Or just in general?
I think just watching stand-ups, like going to a show and watching like how people work. I think life experience is just like brings out the best in you creatively. creatively. Like that's the best acting advice. Like how are you supposed to act someone that does cocaine if you've never done cocaine? Not that I've done cocaine.
Or heroin?
Does anyone have cocaine?
Best compliment you've ever received?
Oh God. I was at the Abbey. You know that good old place?
Oh,
I
yeah.
love going to
We've been
Abbey.
to the
I'll be
Abbey a
there.
few
I'll be there
times.
this weekend. Happy Pride. Some guy comes up to me, and gay guys are the best at compliments. He goes, "You look like you're gonna be a good dad someday." And I was like, "Do you
Compliments
want to
from
be the co-parent?"
Stop it.
Compliments from
Yeah.
a gay guy are just as validating as from a hot chick.
Yeah, I love going
Just
to
as
Abbey.
validating.
Fucking free drinks, free compliments. It's the
All right,
best.
2 more. Bucket list. One thing on your bucket list.
Oof. Probably. Well, I completed one. It was going the first rounds on me podcast, so that's good. And
guy, I
then probably perform like on stage, whether that's like a live podcast or stand up in like a sold out arena.
I'd come watch that.
Right.
Last one. What never fails to make you laugh?
Oh, never fails to make me laugh. Oh, did you ever see it's a YouTube video called Mr. G. It's for Australia.
Summer High Tie.
Summer High Tie.
Oh my.
Mr. G's, the dance scene. I watched that, especially on shrooms, like late night with like, it's literally.
She's the slut and
he's
she
like,
knows it.
she's the slut and she knows it.
She wants to root all the boys. She can't
She's
help
addicted.
being a slut on a Saturday night. Oh my god, I love that. I haven't watched
This
it.
is great.
Since
I don't know why they
was
took it off Netflix. It never got popping. It was
His
so
little
fucking
dog,
perfect.
Celine.
It was so perfect. So have a think about that, guys. The first one's a red herring. It's Chinatown Surprise.
I
Next
saw him
one's
in a,
Success in the Bush.
I saw him on a plane once.
No
Chris Lilly,
way.
oh my god. And he was just like, he was sitting in economy, he was super shy, but like he is a fucking comedic genius.
He's great.
So glad we agree on that.
Yeah.
What a wonderful way to end the podcast.
Right? I can't believe, how long was that?
Like an hour,
No way.
probably. A little bit over.
Please.
Because
Go
you're a good
forever.
guest.
Yeah.
You are our
Thanks.
dream
Time
guest.
flies when you're having fun.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking the time to do this today.
Thank
Where can people
you.
find you?
Oh, yes. At Marco Delvec on Instagram, at Smoochie Town Pod on Instagram and TikTok, and curled up in a ball later tonight for losing my girlfriend there. What's up?
We'll plug that all in the show notes. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe. Check out the app and the link in the show notes. And happy dating. We love you.
Hey. Thanks, guys.
Sweet.
That was awesome.
That was
Honestly,
great.
one of my more favored
Really?
episodes
Yeah.
thus far.